Let me start with something that I've learned after more than 20 years in real estate and 30 years living here in Northern Virginia. People think they're choosing a house. They're not. They're choosing a life. And sometimes they choose the wrong one. And in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly how that happens, because it's not what you think. Not because they made a bad decision, but because they didn't realize how different life feels just 10 or 15 minutes apart here in Northern Virginia. I've had clients buy beautiful homes. On paper, everything made sense. The price worked. The house checked the boxes. The photos looked great. And then 6 months later, they tell me, Brian, we like the house, but something doesn't feel right. That something, I'll break that down, because once you see it, you won't miss it again. That something is almost always the neighborhood. Not crime, not schools, not price. It's the rhythm of life. It's how your mornings feel, how your evenings feel, how easy or how hard your day is. So in this video, I'm not just going to show you where to live. I'm going to help you understand what it feels like to live in different parts of Northern Virginia. And I'll walk you through some specific neighborhoods, not just cities, so you can actually picture yourself there. Because if you get that part right, everything else tends to fall right into place. If you've seen my video on the 7 best places to live in Northern Virginia, you already know that this area is incredibly diverse. But here's the thing. That video gives you options. This video gives you clarity. And clarity is what most buyers are missing when they start this home buying process. Because people come here and say, I'm looking in Arlington or Alexandria or Fairfax, and I always stop them. Because saying that is like saying, I'm thinking of living somewhere in Manhattan or somewhere in Brooklyn. That's not a decision. That's just a starting point. In Northern Virginia, the difference between neighborhoods is not subtle. It can be dramatic. And what's tricky is you don't always see it online. You don't see it on Zillow. You might not see it on Redfin. Everything kind of blends together. But in real life, these places feel completely different. So let's shift how you think about this. Don't start with, what house can I afford? Instead, start with, how do I want my day to feel? Because that one question will eliminate half of your options immediately. Do you want to wake up and walk to coffee? Do you want quiet streets and space? Do you want to be able to hop on the metro? Do you want to drive everywhere and have more room? Do you want energy or calm? Notice how none of these questions have anything to do with granite countertops or square footage, because those answers will lead you to completely different places. And here's the thing that most people miss. You're not choosing your weekends, you're choosing your weekdays, where you grab coffee, how long it takes to get somewhere, and whether you feel rushed or relaxed. That's your life. And in the next section, I'm going to show you where this goes wrong first, and that is your commute. Let me give you a story. I had a buyer relocating here from Texas. He sold a house that was honestly massive. It was big enough for his baby grand piano, which he insisted on bringing here to Virginia. That piano becomes important in just a second. We looked at homes all over Northern Virginia, and he kept gravitating towards areas like Ashburn, because for the price, yes, you get a lot. And I mean a lot. More space, newer construction, big open kitchens, 2 3-car garages. On paper, it looks like a no-brainer. But then we did something simple. I asked him to drive the commute. Rush hour, Ashburn into DC, and this is where everything changed. Traffic slowed, then stopped, then crawled. And about halfway through, he just called and said to me, this is not going to work. In that moment, That's when the reality of Northern Virginia hits people. We pivoted, ended up in Alexandria, smaller townhouse, over 500,000, tighter space. And yes, the piano came with him. And that's the trade-off. You feel it immediately. But his daily life, completely different. Shorter commute, walkable options, energy around him. And later on, he told me, Brian, this just feels easier. Now let's zoom in a bit, because even within Arlington, people get this wrong all the time. This is one of the biggest hidden divides in Northern Virginia. North Arlington, Clarendon, Ballston, Roslyn. This is where you feel the pulse. Metro access, walkability, restaurants, nightlife, energy. You can leave your car parked for days. It almost feels like you're living in the city without being in DC. Now cross over to South Arlington, Columbia Pike, Shirlington. Still great areas, but different. More driving, less metro access, more residential feel, and often more value. Here's the mistake. People say it's all Arlington. It's not. It's two completely different lifestyles. This next topic might be the biggest fork in the road. Are you living a metro lifestyle or a car lifestyle? And trying to split the difference usually does not work so well. Let's talk about metro corridor living. If you're near Roslyn, Courthouse, Clarendon, Ballston, Pentagon City, your life flows. You walk, coffee, metro, DC, dinner, home. It's a rhythm. Once you get used to it, it's hard to give it up. Let's talk about non-metro living. Compare it to Vienna, Great Falls, West Springfield, Kingstowne. You're driving everywhere. Groceries, gym, dinner, work. Again, not bad, but requires more planning, more time, and more effort. I had a couple working in DC. They bought a home in West Springfield, a beautiful house and a great value. This is where value can mislead people. But over time, the commute, it wore them down. Not immediately, but gradually, until it became the thing that they talked about most. That's when you know something is off. They sold that home and they moved closer in, and they lost a little bit of money. And by the way, if you're trying to figure this issue out right now, if you're specifically looking at, say, that $800,000 to $1 million price range in Northern Virginia and trying to balance your commute with your lifestyle, I actually have a curated list of neighborhoods that tend to fit that balance really well. Shoot me a quick email and I will send that over to you. No pressure at all. It'll just help you to narrow things down faster. Let's talk about lifestyle. Here's something most people don't realize until after they move. You don't just live in your house. You live in your neighborhood. Your house is where you sleep. Your neighborhood is where you live. Let's talk about Delray versus Kingstowne. In Delray, you walk to coffee. You recognize people. You bump into neighbors. There's friction in a good way. Life happens around you. Now in Kingstowne, it's more structured, there's more space and more convenience, but there's less spontaneous interaction. A couple that we walked through Delray with, they didn't say anything at first, but I saw it. They slowed down, looked around, smiled. That's the moment the decision is made, even if they don't realize it yet. Make sure you check out my video about Delray and my video about Kingstowne to learn more about each of these great areas in Northern Virginia. Some neighborhoods feel like a place that you pass through. Others feel like a place that you belong. And you can often feel that difference within minutes. Let's talk about McLean versus Vienna. Both are some of the most desirable areas of Northern Virginia, with a mix of older and newer, large single-family homes. Both are close to shopping, restaurants, and businesses in Tysons. But McLean feels private, quiet, beautiful homes, and two of the area's best high schools, much more insulated. Vienna has a walkable downtown, community events like the July 4th parade, and more energy, more connected. Neither one is better, but one will feel right to you. If you're interested in McLean, make sure to check out my McLean video on this YouTube channel. Let's talk about style. Northern Virginia housing is a mix of eras, and that shapes how it feels, more than most people expect. Falls Church versus Tysons. Falls Church has a lot of charm, older homes, and a real neighborhood feel, grounded. Tysons is modern, evolving fast, and vertical in motion. A buyer once told me, "I thought that I wanted new and new construction, but I didn't realize how much I really wanted character." That realization usually happens in person, not online. Learn more about Falls Church and Tysons by watching my videos on those areas. Let me leave you with this. I've worked with clients, military contractors. We sold their Alexandria home, they moved to Ohio, and they sent me photos of what they bought. It was massive. And it hit me. In Northern Virginia, you are always trading. Space for location, privacy for access, price for lifestyle. You don't get everything, you choose your priorities. And if you chase the house, you can lose the life. Before you buy in Northern Virginia, spend time in the neighborhoods. Morning, evening, weekend, walk, sit, drive, because something shifts when you stop analyzing and start experiencing. Northern Virginia is not just one place. It's a collection of different lifestyles. And your job, and my job, is to find the one that fits you. If you get the neighborhood right, everything else gets easier. If you get it wrong, you will feel it every single day. And if you're in that phase right now, if you're trying to narrow this down and you're looking at a specific price point, commute, or lifestyle, I have built curated lists of neighborhoods that fit very specific situations. For example, easy DC commute under 30 minutes, walkable lifestyle under 900,000, quiet suburban feel but still close in. Just reach out, email me, and I'll send you the ones that match what you are looking for. Because at the end of the day, you're not just buying a home, you're choosing how you live.